and welcome back to your channel. And if it's your first time, hi, my name is Kai. And I hope that you stay. You know, your girl has some chaos. We talk about God and we do all things, everything. So yeah. But today's video, we're going to be doing an updated Q&A. Most of the questions are like kind of like God-centered, and I love that for us. I love that for us. But yeah, we're gonna jump straight into this because we got a few questions on the board, you know. But let's get into it. First question, holistic check-in. Okay, so a holistic check-in is like how you doing mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, and emotionally. Did I say emotionally? I don't know. But emotionally and mentally kind of like tie in together. And I feel emotionally like I'm in a good spot. I'm at peace, and it's just like, it's like a peace that I can't describe. And like, you know, that peace that people always talk about, like believers, like, you know, like people always talk about the peace that God gives you, not as the world gives you. And it's like, I've never experienced that peace until probably like the end of November, like sometime in December. And I'm just like, where did this come from? But yeah, so I'm really at peace, like with how everything's going. Like things are good on this end for the most part. We have like a few bumps here and there, but I mean, who doesn't? Physically, we're good as always. Yeah, I mean, I don't really know how to like go about physically. Like I have no health complications. Like I just got over a cold, so we're good there. But yeah, and then spiritually, we are good. Like God has been speaking, and I feel like I'm just like aligned with him. But also there's been like a little bit of spiritual warfare the past week or whatever, just like some personal things, and then things that are about to come up that I've prayed for. It's like kind of, I'm like, I allowed the spirit of fear to kind of consume me the past few days, because it's just like, okay, we're really about to walk into this, and now I'm just like, God, like I'm doubting, and it's just like, are we sure that this is for me? Like, and my mom, I literally was telling her that the other day, and she's like, Kaya, I knew that was gonna happen, because she was like, you were so at peace with how everything was turning out and things were going good, and here comes the enemy with his big back trying to discourage you right at the end. And I'm like, yeah, girl, your girl was going through it. And then like last week, I was like drained, like my whole body, like mentally and physically, like my body was drained. And I was just like, what the freak is going on? It was just some things, and then it got like revealed to me what it was, and I was like, it's not even me. Why am I drained for them? Like I'm like, I know the Bible be saying to carry each other's burdens, but I'm like, God, I'm sick and tired of being a burden carrier. Like, I don't want to do it anymore. I'm like, I already got to carry my own, and now I got to carry the people I love too. I feel like that's not how that should work. But you know, if I would believe that that's not how it's supposed to work, then I wouldn't be believing the Bible, because that's what the Bible says. So I'm like, God, your girl is stressing for real. But no, all in all, we're good. What did I forget? I did emotionally and mentally, those two go together. And then I did spiritually and physically. Which one am I forgetting? I think I answered them all. If I forgot one, I'm sorry. Anyways, next question. Baby, what is one thing that irritates you about men of the world? When I tell you, recently, like being objectified has been a common occurrence in my phone. And I'm so quick to block you and to stop responding, because it's like, don't objectify me. And another motherfucking thing, these men, I'm literally scared for them, because I'll be like, if you're not a man of God, then like we have no business. And then they'll literally lie. I'm like, God, thank you for the discernment, because some of them be fine and I'll be like, but it's like, they'll literally lie and be like, yeah, God told me to come talk to you, or I wouldn't be trying to pursue you if it wasn't God. And then in like literally a few sentences later, they're objectifying and sexualizing me. And I'm like, God told you to do that? And I'm like, and I literally tell them, and they be so pissed off. They'd be like, I'd be like, don't lie on my father, because I know for a fact that he didn't send you. No, because like literally a true man of God is not going to sexualize you and talk about whatever these men be talking about. I'm not even gonna go into detail what they be saying, because y'all be wilding for real, and y'all be thinking that I'm stupid. I'm like, okay, like high school and middle school Kaya would have fell for it, because Miss Girl was just like, she didn't really get, like, I was rejected a lot in high school and middle school. So like if somebody fine was like coming to talk to me, and like I wouldn't care what they said, I would have been head over heels, baby. But yeah, like your girl was rejected a lot in school. So now that like men are showing me attention, but it's not the attention that I want. And I'm like, I don't want attention from men of this world, because all y'all do is sexualize me, and y'all just be trying to play mind games. And I'm like, God, I truly thank you for the gift of discernment. And it's just like, y'all really be lying for real. Oh my father, that's a scary and dangerous game. And I feel like a lot of people have lost the reverence for God, you know? And it's just like, y'all really don't be caring for real. And I'm like, so you gonna handle that? Like literally. And like immediately I'm just like turned off. Like I'm just like, no, we wouldn't even work, because for one, you're lying to start. You don't even know me, and you're sexualizing me. And a true man of God isn't gonna approach you in that manner. Like, you know, he won't be like, oh, your body this, and you know, it's cool to like compliment. I'm sick of you, girl. Ain't nobody talking to you, Siri. But but it's cool to compliment how someone looks, but it's a difference between like complimenting and sexualizing someone and how their body looks. And I'm like, I don't think that people are used to me being from literally a twig to like actually packing on weight and stuff. And I'm just like, and for one, I really don't even be putting my body out there like that, because I'm like, that's one of the reasons why. And it's like, why am I putting my body out there for the world to see, just so the men could be more, they could sexualize me more? No, absolutely not. But yeah, those are the two things, that they lie on my father and they sexualize and objectify me. I do not like that. And if you come into me with sex in mind, you're not gonna get it. You're not gonna, for one, you're not even gonna get a conversation out of me, because it's like, huh? Ew, get away from me. Next question is, how did you grow in your faith? And I know that this is probably like cliche, and you'll probably hear this from like a lot of believers, but I literally sought him out. Like I wanted to be intentional about him. And like I was tired of like living the worldly life, and like, you know, God placed it in my heart, the urge and the yearning to like seek him. And it like literally wasn't there. Like the churches I was in back at home, like your girl was in the choir, I was dancing, I was involved at church, and I still wasn't spiritually fed. For one, I was a teenager too. I was just like, and not saying that like just because you're a teenager like you won't want to pursue God, but I feel like as a teenager, like you're just like, huh, I'm just here because, like, for one, my parents didn't make me, because they just didn't make me. It was just like I went to church with them, and then like because I was involved in this stuff, I had to go. So it's like I felt obligated to go to church. But then I was just like, I didn't really know God until I got up here and became an adult and got on my own and actually tried to pursue him myself. And I was intentional with him. And so I would just say, like, the Bible literally says, seek me and you will find me. And it's just like, dang, like, and it sounds, I think we make it more like complicated than it actually is. It is so simple to find God because he wants you to find him. So all you can literally, I feel like the simplest way to find God is to just get in a quiet space and just like express yourself and be like, hey God, it's me. Like, you could literally have a conversation like you're having a conversation with someone sitting in front of you. That's how I talk to God. Of course, I have my prayers where I'm deep in the spirit and all the holy art thou words actually come out because I'm praying in the spirit. But when I'm just like day to day, like, I literally just talk to God how I'm talking to y'all right now. It's just like, I feel like we just complicate it and people think that there's this sort of regimen to find God, and it's not. I promise you, it's so simple to find him because he wants to be found. So thanks for listening to my TED Talk. But yeah, I think that it's like just wanting to be intentional with him is how you grow your faith. And it kind of ties into like my next question, or yeah, my next question is like advice for new believers. For one, please surround yourself with people who are more spiritually equipped than you, because that's how you grow. You won't sit at the same table with people who are at the same level as you, because then how would you grow? You know, type of thing. You have to be around people who are more equipped than you are in order to grow. And like, literally when I first got up here, I was like, my faith was literally non-existent. And I surrounded myself with a beautiful group of girls, and like they literally jump-started my faith, and they still are today, you know? Like, I still look up to them, even though I've grown tremendously in my faith in the 3 years that I've been in Grand Forks. And like I said, seek his face. That's another point. Like, you have to be intentional and want to pursue God. And another thing, I know especially for like young people, like I say that like I'm not young, but like, let me say teenagers, because I feel like in society today, it's like kind of non-existent to be set apart, but the Bible calls you to be set apart. And if you want to serve God, you can't please the world and please him. Like, those two, they don't coincide. So don't be afraid to be bold in your faith, and don't be afraid to lose friends and family over God, because none of them are getting you into heaven. That's just the bottom line. Like, none of them can serve God for you. So don't be afraid to be set apart from them, and God will send the people in your life that you need in order for your faith to grow, and in order for you to just be fulfilled. Because like, I feel like everybody needs companionship, like no matter if it's romantically or platonically. Like, God will send your people to you at the right time. So be patient. That's another thing. Be patient too, because I feel like like a lot of us like want things when we want them, and then we're mad at God when we don't get said things. It's like, we're not even being patient. And I'm speaking to myself, and that's something that I just had to learn as well. And another thing is to be careful about what you're putting into your body, and that's not even like substance wise, food or drinks. It's TV shows and music. And I have a Christian hip-hop playlist, and I know how we used to rah like because I used to listen to hood rap music, but so I got a Christian playlist. It's like R&B, it got some like rap on there, like just hip-hop in general. It's a Christian playlist. If you want it, I'll send it to you. Comment down below and I will send it to you for sure, because I feel like I listen to that more than I do secular music. Like, of course I still listen to secular music, but I'm careful about the type of secular music that I put in my body, because just seeing how the people in the music industry operate is scary because they literally do rituals and all these things on stage, and the people at their concerts don't even know what they're coming into agreement with. And that's literally just how it is, like us listening to their music even if we don't go to the concerts, or us watching certain TV shows and movies and stuff, and it's just like you don't know what spirit is operating behind that screen. So I want you to be cognizant of that. It's scary. Yeah, the spiritual world is like a scary thing. But that's why God gives us discernment. And whenever you feel that pit in your stomach, baby, it's the Holy Spirit telling you like, hey, maybe we should listen to this, maybe we shouldn't watch this, like, you know, type of thing. Just be careful, because like I said, I still listen to like my secular music and stuff like that, but I got rid of like a lot of artists because I just like think, and I'm like, no wonder I was depressed, no wonder I was sad, no wonder every time I wanted to listen to somebody's music I wanted to fight. So just be careful. What season am I in now? I feel like I'm in a season of preparing, because there are so many things that are lining up for me right now, and I'm not going into detail until it's final and finalized, and I just don't like to speak my plans because people pray against you. But there are so many things that are like doors that are opening for me, and God is literally equipping me for like the next season. And yeah, I feel like I'm in a season of preparing. That's probably like as best as I can explain it. Like, and I don't even know the fullness of the seasons that I'm about to walk into, excuse me, but yeah, God is just preparing me for the next season, whatever season that may be, because I don't know which one is coming first. I have an idea, but I really don't know which one is coming first. What are you looking for in a husband, and do you believe that you're stepping into that season? I don't feel like I'm stepping into that season yet. I mean, it's coming fairly soon, but of course I haven't stepped into that season yet. So I'm just like I said, the Lord is preparing me, and that may be one of the seasons that he has for me this year. So I don't know, maybe. What I look for in a husband, besides being a true man of God and not sexualizing me, I want you to be able to lead me. I want to be able to be submissive. And I think that like the world has put a negative connotation on the word submissive, and it doesn't mean like you sit down and do as I say type of thing. It's like, okay, you're leading, I'm gonna sit back and let you lead, because I don't want to be masculine, and I don't want to be the one planning trips and planning dates all the time. Like, I want us to go in together with that. Like, I've seen so many women like kind of settle because they want to experience that love, and they're the one planning, they're the one doing the cleaning, the cooking, and all the chores, and handling all the kids. And it's like, I don't want that. And I think that's why I'm so careful about who I date and who I allow into the season, because it's just like, I don't like you like that. And I refuse to settle for anyone or anything just to say that I have it. And like I said, like him leading me, like it's like, if you aren't leading me to God, then where are you leading me to? Hell. And I refuse to have someone leading me to hell. Like I said, to say that I have someone, say that I have a companion, and I'm like, no, I refuse that. So those are like my top two things. Like, well, my top thing is like you to be able to lead me, and you to be a true man of God, and not be lying and saying that you're a man of God. What's your biggest goal for 2024? I feel like just continuing to trust in God and keeping the peace that he's given me, and to just walk in the fullness of him, because there's so much that he has for me, and so much that like I'm walking into, and it's just like I want to be able to appreciate every blessing that he gives me and not fumble it because of fear, doubt, and anxiety. So that's just short and sweet. Just, yeah. What is something about you that most people don't know? I really, there's a few things that like, let's see. I used to be very, very, very mean. I feel like I was very mean in like high school. I feel like I was sweet and like, I feel like I've always been sweet, but I feel like my attitude was a lot worse, and I just didn't know how to regulate how I was feeling. Like everything would irritate me. Everything. Everything. Yeah. I just think that I was like actually pretty mean growing up. But I feel like I was still sweet. Like, and then I feel like around people who weren't like close to me, like they will only see the sweet side, because I'm not gonna show the mean side unless you push me to that point. But yeah, I feel like I was mean. But then again, some people could say that I was probably like the nicest person they met. So really, I don't know. I feel like I was mean, but I don't know. I think I just had a lot to say, and I didn't care about anybody's feelings. But that has changed now, because baby, I like to be a gentle spirit. Like, I don't have to be mean to get my point across. I could be stern and I can stand on what I say, but I don't have to be mean. This is the last question. Like, we really didn't have that many questions, but if your family was to describe you to a stranger, what would they say? I actually asked my family this, and my dad was like, she's a sweetheart and beautiful, but she has a foul mouth. And not in the sense of like cussing, because I don't cuss anymore, but like I said, like I literally used to say everything that came to mind and not care about people's feelings, and I'm still working on that. Like, I feel like I've mastered like a more gentle approach, but I still say what comes to my mind, and I would prefer me to be honest and hurt your feelings and you get over it than me lie to you and hurt your feelings later when you find out I lied to you. Yeah, it's still a work in progress. Like my mouth, like I'm just like really honest, and but like I said, I've found a more gentle approach to get my point across. Yeah. And a lot of people up here, they're just like, Kaya, like you're probably one of the nicest people I've met. And I just sit there and I'm just like, it wasn't always like that. But yeah, it's a work in progress. Nobody's perfect, and yeah, but I love you guys so much. I just pray that you have a good rest of your day, and I just pray that God places this video in your heart to watch so that like you can learn from it. And like I said, I am literally always here. I feel like I give out my number a little too freely now, just so that I can help people. Like, you know, I'm like, I love to talk about the Lord. And another thing I wanted to do was like a Bible study, like group chat, and like we send each other verses, and we do like online Bible studies like FaceTime or Zoom, and like just do Bible plans together on the Bible app. Like, if y'all are down, let me know for sure. But that's all I have for you today. How many questions that was literally like probably like 6 questions. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. Oh, it was 9 questions, but we went through them pretty fast. But I thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to tell your mama, daddy, cat, friend, uncle, dog, hog, mog, sister, brother, your niece, your nephews, everybody to come and support your girl. And I love you. and I will see you in the next video. And I thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. I love you, but Jesus loves you more. And I sprinkle Jesus dust on your video screen so that you can serve him and that you can walk in the fullness of what he has for you. But I love you, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.